Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
Not too long ago, we did the memory of Mr. James Kelly, a grave injustice. We portrayed him as an ex-saloon keeper and the tragic lover of Dora Hand. We showed his return to Dodge City as a reformed hoodlum sworn to uphold the fast gun arm of Wyatt Earp as marshal. But we neglected to describe what happened when desperate citizens begged Jim Kelly to run for mayor. Would he stand by his old friend Marshal Earp, or would the power and glory of being his honor the mayor go to Kelly's head? To be blunt about it, would Kelly sell out Wyatt Earp for a title in a high silk hat?
What's wrong, Wyatt? The committee voted to nominate Mr. Kelly. You're his friend, aren't you?
Yes, sir, but that doesn't mean he's going to be a good mayor.
Why not?
Because politics does strange things to some people.
But Kelly's reformed. He's no longer a hoodlum. He's the only candidate who stands a chance of beating Slip Madigan. The office molds the man, Wyatt. As mayor, Kelly will have something to live up to.
It could work out that way.
Well, let's go see him. He might have to be persuaded, so let me do the talking.
Judge Tobin, you are chairman of the party.
Come on, Jim, give me the gun. That's a pretty good gun.
Now, put that under your coat and get out the back way. And if you get into any trouble, don't tell them you bought it here.
Well, I ain't gonna get in no trouble. Here, thanks.
Well, Judge Tobin. What? Howdy. Oh, that was, Griff Hanks, an old pal of mine from the Long Branch days.
What kind of gun did you sell?
Gun? Who?
Griff Hanks.
I didn't.
You didn't, eh?
Well, what if I did? Griff needs a weapon. There's a fellow from the Circle B that's laying for him. Any law against selling a gun to an old friend, Judge?
Well, never mind. Doesn't matter. I'll take it away from him before he gets too drunk anyway. Now, the judge has got something real important to discuss with you.
Yes, I have, Mr. Kelly. The committee's nominated you to run for mayor.
Mayor? His honor of Dodge City? Not me. You're joking. Hey, what trick is this now?
We're serious. And I hope you take it just as seriously.
See, Mr. Kelly, there are certain people in this town that feel that you might be capable for the job.
And if you run, and you do win, it's not going to be a walkaway. Not with Madigan's popularity south of the line.
Those votes are going to be hard to win.
Ah, Madigan. That hoodlum runs a saloon on cheap whiskey and crooked cards. Why, I trace Madigan's ancestry back to Dublin itself. And they're jailbirds, every one of them. You think I'm exaggerating, Marshal?
Oh, no, sir. I mean, Your Honor.
Your Honor. Well, all right. Now, mind you, Judge, it's going to be a hard-hitting campaign. No holds barred.
Just tell the voters the truth.
The whole truth. Yes, sir. I'll open my campaign with the truth and a grand beer bust. And in my first speech, what's so funny, Wyatt?
Oh, nothing. I was just wondering whether you should wear one of those high silk hats south of the line. What do you think, Judge?
It's irrelevant and immaterial. Thank you, Mr. Kelly. I'll report to the committee.
Well, I thank you. And tell them I appreciate the high honor.
That I'll do.
Hold on. You for me or against me?
Mr. Kelly, I don't think that's going to be the question.
Indeed?
No, sir. Mr. Madigan has already told the newspapers that he wants a new marshal. Now, what are you going to tell him?
Well, Wyatt, you don't think I'd go back on you?
Well, I'll tell you, I don't think a marshal's job should be a political issue, Mr. Kelly.
Well, it won't be. I'll settle that in my first speech. Well, Jim Kelly stands by his friends. There won't be any politics about your job. Why, you can arrest just as many Republicans as Democrats.
Well, I always have.
Why, sure. And as for the silk hat, why, the voters respect dignity. Of course, I may have to buy a couple of new ones. Why, they love me south of the line. They won't take any offense at seeing me wearing...
They love you, my foot.
You don't want to go shooting up our next mayor.
No, I beg your pardon.
Now, don't be bashful, gentlemen. Step right in. I've got 2 more barrels in the cooler. Come on now, gentlemen. 3 cups with compliments to Jim Kelly. I want everybody to get...
Go on, Slip. Tackle him right now.
No. I won't gain any votes interfering with a beer bust.
Just ask the main question, the big issue in this campaign. No time to waste, Slip.
Jim, down here. Here comes Madigan. Now be careful what you say.
All right. Well, howdy, Slip. Have a beer on me.
No thanks.
Oh, come on. I've been calling you names, and you've been calling me names. That's part of any campaign. My friends, I want to give you my worthy opponent, Slip Madigan.
Oh, Jim, answer me one question, then we'll drink.
Well, now, I'm glad you have a question. Certainly, now, what is it?
I've promised to fire Wyatt Earp if I'm elected. What are you going to do about Earp?
Don't you answer that, Jim.
It's a fair question. Wyatt Earp, sir, is my personal friend. He is also the ablest marshal that Dodge City ever had.
You still ain't said it in plain words. Are you going to fire Earp or not?
Fire Wyatt? Not even to get the vote of the hoodlum element, will I? Now, shut up! This is my meeting, and you swig my beer.
Jim, watch yourself.
Come on,
Cut it out. You're running for mayor. Stop this fight. Cut it out. Stop it.
Vote for me. Call me Dog Kelly, but I'm not going to fire Wyatt Earp.
Jim, cut this out. Cut this out. Stop it. Cut this out. Stop.
Are we going to break it up?
Well, Mr. Kelly's doing pretty well. If we butted in, might cost him the election.
Well, why all the gloom? Yesterday's troubles are over. Let's hear from Hoke Smith, my campaign manager. Come on, Hoke, talk up.
All right, Jim, I'm going to give it to you straight. As long as you keep on backing Wyatt Earp, you're going to get licked.
Ah, can't be like that. The voters respect a man for his loyalty to his friends. Well, you denying that?
Yes, I am. In the tough part of town where the voters like you, but they don't like Wyatt, he isn't necessary to you, Jim. Get rid of him. You can hire a new marshal. Good enough to handle Dodge the way it is right now.
You fellas backing out on me?
Not if you'll be practical. Change your mind about the big issue.
I'll never break my word.
All right. There's only one last thing for me to do. I'm going to go have a talk with Wyatt Earp.
You mean ask him to resign?
That's right.
Well, why should he do that?
Maybe he'd like to see you elected mayor.
Well, I don't like it. And I don't want you to use my name.
Wyatt Earp to a sour apple tree, a sour apple tree, a sour apple tree. We'll hang Wyatt Earp to a sour apple tree when his soul goes marching on.
Take a look at that, Jim. That's your answer.
Wyatt Earp to a sour apple tree, a sour apple tree, a sour apple tree. We'll hang Wyatt Earp to a sour apple tree when his soul goes marching on. We'll hang Wyatt Earp to a sour apple tree, a sour apple tree, a sour apple tree. We'll hang Wyatt Earp to a sour apple tree when his soul goes marching on. We'll hang Wyatt Earp to a sour apple tree.
Just some riffraff that Slip hired.
No, Jim. There were votes. But I don't guess you really want to be mayor, do you?
Well, not if I have to. I got an idea. I think I'll go see Wyatt.
He's the issue that's killing us. Talk turkey to him, Jim. or take a licking at the polls?
I'll go get my hat.
Maybe things aren't as bad as they seem, Wyatt. If Kelly stands his ground, public opinion could change.
Oh, look, let's be honest, Judge. Bat Masterson got elected sheriff in spite of me. People thought he'd be a good man for the job. Let's face it, I'm a political liability. That's why George Hoover won't even run for office again. He's tired of taking abuse from folks who don't want me as marshal.
He always stood by you loyally.
Yes, he has. He's been a good friend. But don't forget, he was already elected when he asked me to come here from Wichita. He didn't have to run for an office with me on his back.
Well, Mr. Kelly still seems confident.
Well, that's the fighting Irish in him. The good Jim Kelly. But he wants to be elected, and I can't say I blame him.
Are you suggesting that Mr. Kelly would... Oh, nonsense. He knows what would happen to this town if he gave in to the hoodlum pressure. Furthermore, there's a whole lot to be...
Well, what is this, a wake? You both look like you've been reading the election returns the wrong way.
Nothing like that, Mr. Kelly. We picked a fighter.
To the bitter end.
Now, Wyatt.
Now, Judge, you let me talk to this fella. Oh, and there's something that might be said that a circuit judge shouldn't hear.
I can take a hint. Oh, Mr. Kelly, Wyatt seems to think that you might give in to the hoodlums.
Never. Well, I'm just starting to fight.
Good. Wyatt, I think you should apologize to our next mayor.
It's hard to believe. My best friend doubting my true pledged word.
Look, why don't you take off that highfalutin top hat? Your campaign manager, Mr. Hoke Smith, has been passing the word around the saloons that you're going to fire me.
Why, the double-crossing rascal. Why, there's not a word of truth in it. I'll fire him.
All right. Now, I apologize. Got a little coffee left over here from this morning. Sit down and rest yourself. I'll heat it up.
But I am going to promise to fire you. Now, political strategy, Wyatt. I rob Madigan of his one big issue, and I get elected. As soon as I'm mayor, I'll announce that I can't find a suitable replacement for you. Political strategy, you understand? I'm mayor, and you're still marshal.
No, sir.
What?
Mr. Kelly, I'm not the issue. There are plenty of good men that you can hire to take my place. You're the issue.
Now, Wyatt.
You remember Dora Hand? Well, I do. She took you out of a crummy saloon, made you promise that you were finished with hoodlums. Well, maybe that promise to the woman you loved isn't any better than the one you aim to make and break now just to get elected.
All right, Deacon. I will fire you.
No, you won't. I'm quitting.
Now, Wyatt.
I've done it before, and I can do it again.
Now, Wyatt, think this over.
Nothing to think about or talk about.
Can't you ever be practical just once? Do you always have to be such a sanctimonious holy Joe?
Hal, come on in here.
Well, what good will it do for me to stand by you and have Madigan get elected? Well, he'll turn Dodge into a hoodlum cow town, and you know it.
Hal, take this on over to Judge Tobin. Have him hold it for Mayor Hoover when he comes back from KC.
Yes, sir.
Wyatt thinks he's quitting.
Quit? We'll take a nice long rest, maybe a little buffalo hunt.
Well, that's your business, Wyatt, but it's going to be pretty rough on Dodge. I guess me and the rest of the deputies will just have to turn in our stars.
Indeed, why?
The marshal keeps us alive, Mr. Kelly.
I can hire a dozen better marshals than you. I'll keep the peace in Dodge. I'll teach you you're no high monkey monk. Dodge can get along without you.
Well, I think it can, Mr. Kelly.
Gentlemen, your attention, please. My friends, I have big and important news for you. Wyatt Earp is leaving Dodge City. Our next mayor, the Honorable Jim Kelly, has forced him to quit before Election Day. That's right. Now, boys, have a good time while I go and spread the news.
Now, if I can carry just 2 precincts, then there's the other side of the town vote. Well, I think I got a pretty good chance of getting...
Bad news slip.
Wyatt Earp turned in his resignation.
Well, how did this happen?
That dirty double-crossing Kelly. He must have bought him off or something. And Hoke Smith has given Kelly full credit with the voters.
Well, there goes the election tomorrow. But it isn't going to be so bad. With this town running wide open, my place will be a ripping and a roaring. Yeah, Dodge City, wide open. Old Dodge.
Kelly's going with it.
I told you. So help. I thank you.
Now, my friends, a great big hand for our new mayor, the Honorable Jim Kelly.
Thank you, my friends. I'm not going to make a speech. You heard enough of that gabble during the election. I just want to introduce to you Dodge City's new marshal, Mr. Dave Dorrell.
Howdy, folks. Mighty nice being here.
Oh, very well, Marshal.
Thank you.
Mr. Dorrell comes to Dodge after a fine career as a peace officer in Texas. I have assured him that he will have the full support of your mayor and the city council.
Spread the word around the cattle camps that Earp is leaving today. We can open up this town tonight any time after dark.
Well, I don't know, Slip. I think I better stick around till I see Earp leave with my own eyes.
Hello, Wyatt.
Hello, Judge.
I still don't understand what you're trying to prove.
Well, I want Mr. Kelly to learn that you can't compromise with hoodlums.
Look, Wyatt, you can't shrug off all the good work you've done here. What if everything breaks loose and Dorrell can't handle it?
Well, I'll be going along the Northwest Trace. Mr. Kelly asked me to come back in writing. Send a man after me. You really want to know why I'm quitting?
Yes, I do.
Well, I tell you. Every man gets to thinking he's indispensable. And I needed this to happen worse than Mr. Kelly. Good luck, Judge.
Good luck, Wyatt. Do me one last favor, will you? Don't leave Dodge by a side street. Go right down the main drag, will you?
Well, I hate goodbyes, but I sure owe you a favor. I'll be seeing you.
Here he comes.
What's that, Earp? Leave town?
Good riddance.
We hate to see you go, Marshal.
Oh, we hate to see you go, Marshal. Come back and good luck, Marshal.
I'll be seeing you.
Happy journey, Marshal.
Well, you seen it with your own eyes. Go tell the cow camps they can tree Dodge tonight.
Yeah. Sure, Slip. I'll do that.
Who? Where do you think you're going?
You boys asking for trouble?
And who do you think you are?
My name is Dorrell, Dave Dorrell. I'm the new marshal here.
It is true they got rid of White.
And they hired me. Now, you boys go check your guns and cool off.
Get him up, Marshal. Get him up.
Give me those guns, Marshal. You don't need them.
You don't need the badge either.
Get him up on his feet here.
Get up. The boots you're trying to fill are mighty big for you. Now put him on that rig and get him out of town quick.
All right, Marshal. We're all right. Get there, Marshal.
Get him out of town.
Get him out.
Get back going. Get back going.
Glory be.
Never mind that, Jim.
Just closing up. The new marshal, Mr. Dorrell, will take care of those hoodlums.
Mr. Dorrell won't take care of anything. They just drove him out of town. Come here. Now, you reappoint Wyatt as marshal. Ask him to come back at once.
No, Judge, never will I. 'Tis a matter of principle with...
Start writing. Those cowhands will have this place torn to pieces if you wait.
Well,
no argument. Write!
up, Mr. Kelly.
You know who it is. Open up.
Judge Tobin made me send for you. It was none of my doing.
Look, there are a dozen cowhands across the line. They're heading this way.
Well, the boys are all friends of mine. I'll go have a talk to them.
Sure. Where's Dave Darrow? All his deputies.
I ain't saying. You want me to crawl and beg?
Mr. Kelly, I don't want nothing except a little sleep. Now you go on and talk to your friends.
Now, nothing too rough, fellas. We just want to have a little fun with His Honor. Hey, Kelly, you in there?
Come on out, Kelly.
Hey, take a minute. Be careful. Don't break the door. We don't want to hurt him. Hey, Kelly.
Hey, Kelly, come on out.
My friends. Drunken hoodlums, every one of them. And that was Slip Madigan, sore-headed because he ain't man. Come on out! That settles it. I'm going out there.
Johnny, you go out there with a gun, you're not going to last 2 minutes.
Well, I thought so. Trying to make me out a coward. Well, I ain't. You hear me? Stop that, you scum! I'm coming out!
Wait a minute. If you're going to go out there, at least take off your gun belt.
I'm the mayor of this town, and I'll have law and order. All right, Madigan, we'll settle this. I'm waiting, Slip.
No fight, Your Honor. Can't you take a joke?
'Tis no joke shooting up my store. I'm arresting all of you. Now get your hands up and head for jail. Well, anybody else want to try shooting it out with me? I'll pick up that man and take him along. Next time I have to shoot, I'll aim between the eyes. You're bluffers, all of you, every scummy one of you. Never could stand up to a fearless man that knows how to shoot. Now pick up that man and take him along. Come on, all of you, move. Come on, both of you. Can I have any more of this?
Don't be a fool. It's Earp. Wyatt Earp.
Marshal, I want all of these men taken to jail.
Yes, sir, but I think you better give me your gun.
And I want these hoodlums prosecuted to the full extent of the law. And I'll back you to the last ditch.
Well, thank you, Your Honor.
Hey, Slip, what's the idea? I was told the boys had Dodge treed. Why ain't the town wide open?
Take a look across the street.
Uh-oh. Sudden death on 2 feet. We was told Kelly fired him.
That dirty Irisher must have changed his mind after he got elected.
Jim, I hope you and Wyatt have got one thing settled between you. No man is indispensable, but a lot of men are awful hard to replace.
Replace Wyatt? That fine, brave church deacon of a man? I'd resign first.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
On the Kansas frontier in the late 1870s, what men called justice was often savage. Alleged rustlers and horse thieves were hanged by their captors without trial. Judges like Roy Bean and Oklahoma Parker ordered men to the gallows for crimes which today would be punished by imprisonment. Wyatt Earp, as Marshal of Dodge City, was one of many peace officers who stood against lynch law and the severity of so-called legal justice. When Dal Royal, a Texas cowhand, was sentenced to be hanged for murder, Marshal Earp and Sheriff Bat Masterson staged a two-man fight against the cruel indifference of the public and the bloodlust of the gallows.
All right, there he is. Roll your hats in these bushes. Get those masks on. You two, take him alive if you can. I don't think he'll put up a fight, but if he does, we'll be ready for him. Move on out. Come on.
Got them both, Judge.
My fault. I should have ambushed him. Take off their masks and their guns. We'll hang that traitor legally for murder.
Mr. Royal, this court has found you guilty of murder in the first degree. You offered no defense. Have you anything to say now? Very well. This court sentences you to be hanged. Sheriff Masterson?
Yes, Your Honor.
You will escort the prisoner to jail in our county seat, Dodge City, from this court in Buckland. You will execute the order of the court before sundown tomorrow.
I gotta do the hanging?
You're the sheriff of all of Ford County, aren't you?
Well, yes, but...
It's part of your duties to execute condemned murderers.
Well, I just never thought... I reckon I never took that part of my job into consideration.
Sheriff, I happen to be chief magistrate of Buckland Township, Ford County. You'll carry out my orders.
Yes, sir. My sundown tomorrow?
I'll put it in writing for you. You've heard of malfeasance in office.
Well...
Failure to comply with a court order could result in immediate removal as sheriff.
Yes, sir.
Court is adjourned. You'll wait here for this order to be written and get on your way to Dodge City.
It wasn't murder. Why didn't you say so? Why didn't you say something?
I couldn't.
Why?
Thanks just the same, Sheriff. I'm not talking. You better take that order and let's go.
Thanks. All right, you stand over there. I'll help you on your horse when we ride to Dodge.
Marshal Earp.
That's right, ma'am.
Oh, thank goodness. I was afraid you might be out of town. Have you heard about Dal?
I'm afraid I don't know what you mean, ma'am.
Well, could we talk in your office in private?
Certainly.
I'm Alice Hendricks. My papa owns the KT spread. Dal Royal, the boy I mentioned, was our foreman. We just got word he's in awful trouble.
Come on inside.
Thank you. That awful Judge Smith at Buckland sentenced him to death, Marshal. Sheriff Masterson is bringing him here. Oh, Dal wouldn't murder anybody. Even Papa admits that. And I want to hire lawyers. Do anything to help Dal. But most of all, will you help him?
Well, I do what I can, Miss Alice, but it happened out in the county, and that's under the jurisdiction of Sheriff Masterson.
Papa says Dad is just a kid. I need you, Mr. Earp.
He's not a kid. He's a very capable man, and he...
Dal! Oh, Dal! Dal! Dal, why didn't you send us word? Why didn't you...
Now, Alice, you keep out of this.
I will not. Why'd you let that judge do such a horrible thing? Oh, handcuffs. You take them right off. Dal isn't a criminal.
Alice.
Don't blame me, ma'am. I begged him to talk up for himself at the trial, but he wouldn't do it.
I'm going inside.
I'm going in, too. Don't you try to stop me. Marshal Earp, could I talk to Dal alone, please?
Certainly, ma'am. You can go right in there. When they're finished, you book them and lock them up.
Kind of pretty, that gal. Maybe she can get the truth out of him. And look what I got to do. You talked me into running for sheriff. You didn't tell me I was going to have to hang people.
Dal Royal sentenced to be hanged for murder of Hanby and Tremont. Well, is Mr. Royal guilty?
2 unarmed cattlemen dead on the trail near Buckland. A lot of horse marks, one set led into town. A friend of the men pointed out Dal as having quarreled with him. When I arrested him, he'd thrown his 6-gun away. One of my deputies found it in a ditch, 2 empty cartridges. Dal wouldn't say anything.
You say there were a lot of horse tracks? More than 3?
Yeah, 6 or 7. Looked like Dal might have been riding with a gang. Had a fight and shot a couple. And what are you going to do if a man won't talk?
Well, you think he's guilty?
No, sir, I don't. I think he shot him, but he doesn't look like a fellow who'd fire on unarmed men.
Yeah, well, that's what we have courts for, to decide that.
That boy's been eating loco weed or something. He says he can't talk because they'll get me.
Who's they?
He won't tell. You're a fine sheriff. I bet you don't even know the names of the hoodlums Dal's supposed to have murdered.
Hanby and Tremont. And they weren't hoodlums.
They weren't?
No, they were cattle ranchers from East Texas.
Did you ever hear of them, Miss Alice?
No, but Dal is an East Texas boy. What do you aim to do about it, Mr. Earp?
Well, time is getting kind of short. Judge Tobin will be here tonight. I'll ask him for a stay of execution.
You see, Marshal Earp wants to help us.
Sheriff Masterson is handling the case, ma'am.
Do you advise me getting a lawyer?
No, ma'am. I advise you to keep after Mr. Royal. You try and get him to talk. You can threaten him or use persuasion or whatever your female wisdom decides. In the meantime, you and I will shake out the town. Ought to be somebody in Dodge who remembers Hanby or Tremont.
What if I can't persuade him? Will you give me a key and let me turn him loose?
No, we won't.
I'm afraid we couldn't do that, Miss Alice. And don't you waste your very considerable charm on us. You just work on Mr. Royal.
I will. Oh, I will. Thank you. I'll threaten that boy not ever to speak to him again.
Girls. She doesn't believe that tomorrow before sundown I'm going to have to...
Well, maybe it's kinder if she doesn't. Come on, let's go to work.
Why does she kiss you and act sore at me?
I think that maybe deep down she knows what you may have to do.
Come here.
What for?
I want to talk to you.
Look, I want to ask you once more. A man's life depends on this.
I'm thinking about my life.
Now, you're not going to get hurt.
What about them whitecaps?
Whitecaps? What do you know about them? Were Hanby and Tremont whitecaps? Were they?
Yes!
What about Del Roy? Was he one too?
I don't know. I don't know nothing. Just let me out of here.
Now, Mr. Royal, we have reason to believe that Hamby and Tremont belong to the Whitecaps.
What's that?
You know the Whitecaps.
Maybe you won yourself. Maybe that's why.
The Whitecaps are an offshoot of the old clan. Now, I got a hunch you belonged. Maybe you quit.
And when they tried to bushwhack you, you shot Hanby and Tremont and rode into Buckland.
Now, Judge Tobin will be here in a few minutes. If this is true, or any part of it's true, you should tell the judge. He might grant you a stay of execution.
For how long?
Long enough for us to dig into that Whitecap gang.
That'd take a long time, Sheriff. Meanwhile, Alice and her father... Thanks just the same.
You won't talk to the judge?
Marshal, I know the Whitecaps. You don't. You're asking me to buy a little time at the risk of Alice's life. Would you do that if you were in my spot?
No.
Of course you wouldn't, and neither would Bat. One thing you can do for me, though. Get Alice out of town and let me swing tonight.
No. We're going to try and break up this Whitecap outfit. With your help, Mr. Royal, or without it. So anyway, Judge Tobin, Mr. Masterson and I think that it was a Whitecap deal. We think they framed Mr. Royal into that murder charge after failing to bushwhack him.
Any evidence?
No, sir, not yet. They work in secret.
Yes. And I can understand young Mr. Royal's fear of talking. But I can't grant the stay, Wyatt. I'd be in immediate trouble with Judge Smith at Buckland.
Sir, you outrank him.
It's not that simple, Wyatt. We'd have to go to the Supreme Court or the governor. And only on the basis of new evidence. Now, you haven't got new evidence. Just a theory.
Well, sir, a man's life depends on it.
Check Front Street.
You know who he is?
Yeah, he's the man who told me about Hamby and Tremont.
Whitecaps, huh? Let me talk to Dal Royal this time.
Whoever he was got away.
Take him on over to the coroner's office.
Come on, give me a hand.
And you're a fine Southern boy. Why would you shield these hoodlums at the cost of your life?
He's afraid they'll kill me.
They killed a man right outside this jail.
Marshal Earp will give you both police protection. But unless you make a signed statement admitting former membership in the Whitecaps and naming your associates, I can do nothing for you.
Alice and I can't hide behind Marshal Earp forever. The way it has to be, she'll live.
I don't want to live.
Boys never really rung the town out. No luck at all. You gone into the harness maker's trade?
Yeah, I've been working at this most of the night. You're just about Mr. Royal's size. Come on over here and try this on.
What's the idea?
Well, I got this trick from Tom Iron. He's an old-time circus strongman. Used to let them hang him in front of an audience to prove how strong his neck muscles were. Now, he wore this harness to take up the shock. Now, the rope around his neck looked like it was rigged to be tight, but it really wasn't. Feel this hook in the back?
Well, fake hanging, huh?
That's right.
Well, great. I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to go through with that other thing.
Well, we want this hanging to look good, but not too good. We want the Whitecaps, whoever they are, to be suspicious, and this will help smoke them out.
If Royal and the girl do their part?
I'm not worried about them doing their part. Worried about the judges.
Well, Judge Smith's over at Buckland. Judge Tobin will take your word.
That's the trouble.
Huh?
Well, if Judge Tobin asked me any questions point blank, I couldn't lie to him.
Well, I will.
Oh, no. No lying. Just have to hope that the Whitecaps move fast. Now, come on, take that off. This is your last chance, Mr. Royal. You have anything you want to say?
No, sir.
You still deny you had anything to do with the Whitecaps and you refuse to name them, huh?
Let's get it over with.
Sheriff Masterson? Carry you over to the office. That's good. You and your men stake out over there someplace. I'm going to go on back to the office and see what's happening.
You know, Judge Smith was in the crowd. Why'd he come all the way from Buckland?
Well, Pete Albright was in the crowd, too. There are a lot of buzzards hanging around. You keep an eye on that.
Why doesn't he just let us make a run for it? Once we're back at the ranch, Pop and the boys will take care of things.
No, Mr. Earp's handling it right.
But how long will you have to hide out down here?
Not too long, he says. Now, calm down, honey. We're alive.
Why don't you tell him who the Whitecap leaders are?
Telling wouldn't do a lick of good. Mr. Earp has to prove it. We have to trust him, Alice. It's our only chance.
Oh, Judge Tobin.
Oh, good evening, Mr. Albright.
Say, there's been a lot of ugly talk around town. I thought you ought to know about it.
Talk?
Yeah, they're saying that Earp and Masterson didn't really hang that fellow.
What?
Yeah, the talk is they faked it somehow. I'm not saying I believe it.
Nonsense. The man's buried.
Well, a lot of folks aren't satisfied. They wouldn't let anyone view the remains up close. They hustled the body into the coffin and sealed it. Masterson's deputies.
Are you making a formal charge?
Not me. But Judge Smith is fixing to, I hear.
Oh, Judge Smith of Buckland's in town?
Yeah, over at the Texas house. Maybe you ought to have a little talk with him.
No. It's a lot of foolishness. I'll clear this up with Marshal Earp.
Well, he...
Silly gossip. And I advise you not to repeat it. And in all my time on the bench, I never heard such a story, Wyatt. You and Masterson are in contempt of court. You're guilty of malfeasance in office. You asked me for a stay of execution. And when I properly refused, you defied me. Now, where's the prisoner?
I'm sorry, sir.
You sneaked him away. And you refused...
Sir, all I need is a little time. An hour, maybe 3.
Preposterous! I ought to suspend you from office. Arrest you.
Judge Tobin, do you know anything about the Whitecaps?
Of course I know the Whitecaps. They're an illegal crowd of thugs and murderers, but the point is...
No, sir, the point is you can't get evidence on the Whitecaps by ordinary police work. Sir, they hide behind masks. If a member quits them like Mr. Royal did, they either try to ambush him or frame him into a hanging. If Callahan tries to tell on him, they shoot him down right in front of this jail. No, sir, you gotta try and smoke him out of hide and catch him red-handed.
And you think you can?
Yes, sir. Just give me until midnight. Look, if Mr. Masterson and I don't have any evidence by then, I'll surrender Mr. Royal and you can fire us and all our deputies. Sir, there are peace officers and judges all over this country that are risking their lives trying to get rid of the Whitecaps. Now, all I'm asking you to do is to risk a few hours.
Well...
Saw him before. How about him?
No, he's a stranger to me.
Just a couple of nobodies. Come on, we'll take him to Wyatt. Maybe they'll talk.
What's all this?
And they started to open the grave and we jumped them. We're wearing these masks.
9 minutes to 12. That's cutting it pretty fine. I don't suppose they'll talk.
No, sir.
Then let them rest in jail a while. I'll continue the stay of execution.
Thank you, sir.
Judge Smith may object, so I'll have to wire Chief Justice Morgan. But no more illegal procedures. This will give you time to crack the case.
Right, sir.
Brick, put them on bread and water. Maybe they will talk. Well, Miss Alice went back to the hotel.
Hey, now, you're not going to turn Dal loose. He's still a prisoner, and we promised the judge...
You promised. I didn't say a word.
Now, look, Marshal.
You're in the clear. Whatever happens next, the judge can hang me. Now, you go bring Mr. Royal up from the cellar. I want to have a little talk with him.
All right. Now, this is the shortest trail between Dodge and the Hendricks Ranch. Now, as soon as the Whitecaps find out that we're moving you out, they'll guess that we're heading towards the home of your future father-in-law.
Maybe. Maybe they'll set a nice little ambush, too.
Well, that's our one hope, Mr. Royal.
Hope? You take a prisoner out of jail, let the Whitecaps know we didn't hang him, and then ride into an ambush.
Well, Sheriff Masterson trails the bushwhackers with his deputies. It's up to you, Mr. Royal. I can't ask you to...
I don't know. I don't like it. Something might go wrong with the timing, and then they'd have both of you in a box.
No, he's right, Sheriff.
You tired of living?
I ain't living this way. Either they hang me for sure or turn me loose for a Whitecap party later on. Let me go by myself, Mr. Earp. You ride with Bat and the deputies.
No, then they'd suspect a trap. Anyway, Mr. Masterson promised Judge Tobin to be strictly legal.
What you want to do is legal?
Sure it is. I'm not turning him loose. He'll still be in my custody. Now, just you and the boys, be careful how you shoot. I want to take that gang alive. Jigger. Jigger, come on in here. Now, I want you to do me a little favor.
I thought he...
He's not a ghost, Jigger. You see, we had to fake the hanging. He's still got an awful lot of enemies, so we're taking him to old man Hendricks' ranch. Now, we're leaving tomorrow morning at sunup, and I'd like for you to pass the word.
Yes, sir. I sure tell him.
Till they jump, Wyatt?
No. Wyatt's too tender-hearted about killing. Come on, let's get out.
All right, hold it. Drop him.
No.
Well, Wyatt, they're dead.
Did you have to kill him?
I couldn't see any other way. Judge Smith, Pete Albright. I don't like hanging people. Better to drop them in an open fight. Anyway, they fired at me first.
You made it too easy. You could have got him for you. All right. Let's load them on the horses. A couple of you men get off there and help.
Dal! Oh, Dal!
Your Honor, Sheriff Masterson and his deputies had a little fight with the Whitecaps. Unfortunately, 2 of them were killed, but, well, I think the rest of them will turn state's evidence and clear Mr. Royal.
Well done, Sheriff. And where were you while all this was going on?
Well, I tell you, sir, I took Mr. Royal out for some fresh air. You see, sir, I felt it was absolutely necessary to keep up his vigor and strength.
You were very thoughtful, Mr. Earp, as always.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
All right, come on, let's get these prisoners into jail.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail, and none can deny it. The legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
Wyatt don't really love you.
No, you just made him feel sorry for you.
This is Wyatt's affair, and mine.
He's too much of a gentleman to tell you the truth. But we aim to save Wyatt from making a fool of himself. Grab her, Pat.
He's going to marry me.
We'll see about that. We'll see about that after we get you out of town.
Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brien.
Numerous young women set their caps for Wyatt Earp, the Marshal of Dodge City. But Wyatt, true to the memory of a youthful wife who died, was usually on guard against designing females. Then along came Miss Jenny Brandt, and on the Kansas frontier, men like Wyatt Earp believed in a code of chivalry which rendered them vulnerable.
We'll camp here. Rustle some wood and water. I want to talk to Jenny Brandt.
Jenny Brandt! Brother Dolph wants to talk to you.
There's no need to shout.
Oh, just the same, get down.
And here's Dodge City, about 5 miles. The gold shipments are transferred from the eastbound stages and freight wagons to the Santa Fe Railroad at Dodge. Jenny,
Yes, sir.
the marshal at Dodge is a bachelor and right good looking. Name of Earp.
No, you send somebody else.
I'm giving you the easiest part of this whole deal.
You gave my aunt and uncle an easy part back in Missouri. And where are they now?
On the run somewhere. They'll turn up.
If the Pinkertons don't catch them.
Oh.
I don't like any part of this. A gang of robbers posing as true light missionaries. And you trying to use me as a hoodlum.
No, Jenny, I only ask you to flirt with the Cowtown marshal till you get a tip-off on the gold. If you're too holy for this job, I don't want you in the outfit. Go get your things and get out of camp.
But I paid you. Didn't you promise Uncle Late that you'd see me through to California?
We need money. I'm bossing this outfit, and I can't let you get away with defying me. So you leave camp.
Way out here in the middle of Kansas?
It's your own choosing.
I suppose so. All right, I'll do what you say.
That's my girl. Oh, Jenny, if you'd only see eye to eye with me on...
No. I'm to make eyes at the marshal. Isn't that the deal?
Yes, that's the deal.
Hi, Wyatt.
Oh, howdy, Hal. So, you check on the wagon trains?
Yeah, there's one I wanted to ask you about.
Oh, the Army issued orders they want all the settlers stopped from heading west.
These folks aren't settlers, Wyatt. They're missionaries.
The Cheyenne and the Apache aren't going to make allowances for that, Hal. You better ride out there and tell them to stay in camp.
They tell me on the trail these folks are known as new lighters.
No, not new lighters. They're called true lighters. I'll ride out there.
Hey, where are they? About 3 or 4 miles east.
Right.
Thanks, Wyatt.
Our visit to this community is one that I have planned for a long, long time. And you, as brothers and
Brother
sisters...
Dolph, we have a visitor.
Peace, brother. Howdy. I'm Marshal Wyatt Earp from Dodge City. Bless you, brother. I'm Brother Dolph. This is Brother William, Brother Jonas, Brother Ralph, Brother Arthur, Sister Lucy. How do you do? What can we do for you, Mr. Earp?
Well, sir, I've had a request from the Army to hold all outfits westbound. The Indians have been raiding the Utah and California passage.
Will we be delayed long?
Well, I have no idea, sir.
Well, we'll have to vote on the matter. Our word calls for...
Let me go. Let me go.
What's all that about?
An erring sister, Marshal. She's to be whipped and expelled from camp.
She has to be whipped?
Yes.
Hold it.
Now, Brother Earp, you mustn't interfere.
Look, you can expel a girl, but you're not going to whip her.
Brother Dolph, I'll do penance, but you can't expel me. Not out here in this wilderness.
Silence. The true light is turned from you. Let her go. Let her go.
Now, you come in town with me. You hit your horse, that buggy.
No, she can walk.
Whipping is an assault and battery charge in this state. You all want to go to jail?
Please, Marshal. Never mind the buggy. I can walk.
No.
I'll give you 2 minutes.
Our word does not allow us to quarrel with the law. Hitch the buggy.
Thank you. I'll send your buggy back later. What's your name?
I'm Jenny Brandt.
How'd you get mixed up with those people?
My aunt and uncle were true lighters in Missouri.
Oh. They dead?
All the folks I had.
Well, then Brother Dolph and those others were supposed to take care of you, huh? How old are you?
22.
Oh, I thought you might not be of age and the true lighters would have a guardianship. Well, maybe they'll forgive you and take you back.
I despise them. I'll never go back.
Well, then I'll find you a place to stay in town and try and find you a good job.
Why should you bother?
Well, that's part of my job. You know, you have a wonderful face. You're just about the prettiest stranded traveler we've had in these parts in a long time. Of course, that Mother Hubbard and that bonnet don't help any.
I could take the bonnet off. There. How would you like it fixed?
Oh, kind of rolled up at the back of your head there. Wait a minute, it's none of my business how you fix it.
Yes, it is. I belong to you, don't I? Is this what you mean?
Yes, and that'll look fine. That remark that you made about belonging to me, that's right strange. It's a true lighter's joke, huh?
No, Mr. Earp. If you'd picked up a stray calf back there, it'd belong to you, wouldn't it?
Not if it was branded.
I don't recollect any brand on me.
Yeah. It's a nice, sunny day, Miss Jenny, and yonder over there, that's Dodge City. Giddy up, boy. Oh. Now, we'll go in here and see Mayor Kelly. I'm sure he can find you a decent job.
Anything you say.
Howdy, Marshal. Remember me?
Well, howdy, Sheriff. Miss Brandt, I present Sheriff Masterson.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Oh, I think I'm going to like it here.
I hope so.
We'll see you later, Mr. Masterson.
The Dodge Hotel's looking for a bookkeeper. Hold on. Here's a note from Miss Francie Morgan. She wants a seamstress for her millinery shop.
Can you sew?
Yes, pretty well.
Oh, you'll like Miss Francie. A fine lady.
I think it'd be a good idea.
All right. But you come with me. Oh, thank you, Mayor. You've been so kind.
It's my pleasure, young lady.
I like your friends.
Well, thank you, Miss Jenny. I kind of like them, too.
Oh, hello, Bat. Anything new?
Yeah. Who's that new girl Wyatt's toting around?
Oh, you mean Miss Jenny Brandt?
Yeah.
Why, she's...
She's who?
Well, she's... What?
Well, who is she?
Well, she belonged to something called the True Lighters. Bad cess to 'em. They were going to flog her with a bullwhip.
Oh, and Wyatt came to the rescue, huh?
And you should have marked the way she looked at Wyatt. Love, my boy, love.
Oh, so that's the deal, huh?
And why not? Wyatt should be taking himself a wife.
Marry her? What does he know about her?
Well, do you know anything against Miss Jenny?
Not yet. But you know Wyatt when it comes to women. They're all angels. Look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that girl, but what if there was?
Well, you'd have to prove it to me in black and white.
All right. Well, listen here now, you just quit your mooning. You're mayor of Dodge City, not Dublin, Ireland.
Now, see here, Bat.
Aaron Gobrow.
This is our very latest spring model, Mr. Earp. Isn't it beautiful? Well, I'm sure she's ready by now. I'll just see. Need any help, dear?
Oh, thanks. I can manage.
Oh, it's beautiful. Just beautiful. My dear, she is beautiful, and I do need her so.
I certainly hope she'll fill the job.
Oh, I'm sure of it. And I'll speak to Mrs. Albert about a room in our rooming house.
That's very kind of you.
Oh, that poor child, what she must have gone through with those dreadful people.
Well, here I am.
Dear, it is so becoming.
What do you think, Mr. Earp?
Well, you just can't beat Miss Franzi for pretty hats and pretty dresses.
Oh. Now, do you see why we love Mr. Earp?
Yes, I do. Miss Morgan is way behind in the shop, so I'll start work. Will you take me to dinner?
Jenny.
Oh, well, you see, Miss Franzi, it's part of the agreement. I'm her, I'm her business advisor.
Oh.
I'll see you at 7 o'clock.
7.
Well, busy hands make busy people.
Thanks for a lovely evening, Marshal.
It was my pleasure.
You know, I think I'm falling in love with you.
You're what?
In fact, I'm already in love with you.
Miss Jenny, didn't your folks ever tell you that a girl usually thinks she's in love with a half a dozen men before the real thing happens?
Yes, and I was also taught not to act like a bold hussy. But this is real.
Miss Jenny, you're very lovely. But I'm a public officer, and this is a public street.
That means you're not in love with me.
I came along and tried to help you out of a bad situation. I get paid for looking after travelers. Now, Miss Franzi's probably peeking out of that window right now. You better skedaddle inside.
Yes, sir.
This is a gossipy town. A girl can't afford to get herself talked about. Good night, Miss Jenny.
Good night, Marshal.
Morning.
You get out of here. Miss Morgan will be back from the bank any minute.
I sent you after something.
There hasn't been time.
We was watching you last night.
I see.
Maybe you figured to run out on us and join up with Mr. Earp.
Maybe.
Well, it won't work. I'd have to tell him all about you.
Oh, Dolph, please.
You get that information. Get it today.
If I do, will you promise not
I
to...
promise nothing. You come back to camp with that gold shipment time. You'll be an outlaw, same as the rest of us. Then we'll see if the great Marshal Earp can...
Wait. I'll send you the gold layout, but I'm not coming back to camp. Not ever.
Why, you...
Hold it. You're short in this town, Brother Dolph. Now, you get out of Dodge and stay out.
Who you getting so tough with?
Dolph, Wyatt, please, stop it. Dolph was just trying to get me to go back to camp.
Stay out of this, Jenny. Now, you keep away from her, you understand?
Peace, brother. If Jenny set herself against the word, I can't stop her. We had to give her a chance to repent.
Well, you just keep away from her.
Oh, my goodness. What happened? What's the matter?
Oh, just a slight misunderstanding, Miss Bronson.
You'll have to talk to Wyatt.
Be better if you did.
The whole town's talking. If a man gets a girl talked about, by golly, he's compromised her. And to protect that girl's honor, it means only one thing: marriage.
Oh, that's true.
And the only question is, do you love her enough to marry her, or don't you?
Well, I'm not sure.
Well, then you're really not in love with her.
Not sure.
The only decent thing to do is persuade Miss Jenny to leave Dodge. Out here, you know, folks don't tolerate a man trifling with a decent girl's affections. You know that.
Oh, yes, sir, Sheriff. Say, do you think it might be all right if I lend Miss Jenny enough money to get back to Missouri?
No. Well, Mary Kelly and I'll handle that.
Well, you know, Mr. Masterson, there's just one little thing wrong with all of this.
Wrong?
You see, you're assuming Miss Jenny's in love with me and wants to marry me.
Well, what girl wouldn't?
Oh, thousands and thousands, Sheriff. I'm just not the lady killer that you are.
Ah.
But I will have a nice long talk with Miss Jenny. But you and Mayor Kelly stay out of it, you understand? You know, I kind of wish Miss Jenny really wanted to marry me.
What?
So, by the way, how's everything with you?
Oh.
Hi. Can I join the picnic?
Oh, of course. I haven't much left, though. One hard-boiled egg and a pickle.
I guess I ought to be over there helping the boys unload the gold.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, it's a Wells Fargo shipment from California.
Are you hungry? We can go back to the boarding house and I'll fix you a real lunch.
Oh, no, thanks. I've had lunch. Jenny,
This is wrong, you know. A lot of people saw you and Dolph and me.
Yeah, I guess so.
Miss Morgan says I'm to stop tagging after you. She's right. You just forget about last night. I acted silly.
Were you acting?
No, I wasn't acting. I meant it. You've been kind to me. That's never happened before. I am in love with you, and I always will be, a little. But I promise to stop tagging after you. I'll nod when we meet and say, "Hello, Marshal Earp," and you say, "Howdy, Miss Brandt." That'll fix everything, huh?
You're still in some kind of trouble. It has something to do with Brother Dolph and those people out there at the camp, hasn't it?
Thanks, Marshal, but you run along and help with the gold. Train won't wait.
We don't ship until 7:40 tomorrow morning. Dolph has some hold over you. Now, what is it?
If I thought you loved me, I'm sorry. It's Marshal Earp and Miss Brandt.
I still think you ought to tell me the whole truth.
A girl would be stupid to do that until after the wedding. Some girls don't tell even then. But I would. After the wedding.
Is that a proposal? You are a strange little character. I thank you for the compliment. So long, Jenny.
That was some meeting. That was the night the sheriff came in right in the middle of the meeting.
Note from Jenny, boss.
Yeah. Gold shipment will be loaded on 7:40 Express tomorrow morning. I think I can fix it so Wyatt's friends will hustle me out of Dodge. He'll probably go after us, leaving only his deputies, Jenny.
I told you she'd come around to her senses.
About time. Well, we'll wear cowhand clothes and masks. If Jenny can send Earp on a wild goose chase, this ought to be a real easy job.
And that's the way the thing stands.
Mr. Kelly, I thought you and Sheriff Masterson should be the first to know. Wyatt has asked me to marry him.
Oh, no.
Well, don't you go mushy-headed on me. You pressured Wyatt into this.
Why don't you ask Wyatt what happened?
Well, no use asking him. Well, congratulations, Miss whoever you are.
Oh, I have a past.
Yeah.
But I told Wyatt the whole story, and he said it didn't matter.
But, Miss...
Good day, gentlemen.
Oh, the poor darling. With the past. With the past? What can we do?
Well, she's leaving Dodge with us.
You mean kidnapping? Abduction?
No, use your head. Well, I'm sheriff of Ford County. We're only arresting her as a witness in a case of Topeka.
Good. But when?
Tomorrow morning. Early. Wyatt does night patrol and sleeps late.
Mr. Earp, they've arrested Jenny and taken her away.
Well, just sit down, Miss Fonzie, and relax. Now tell me, who arrested her?
That and Jim Kelly.
Oh, look, don't worry about it. We'll get her back. Now, Hal, take one of the boys and go after him. Did Mr. Masterson say where they were headed?
Topeka. She's a witness. Oh, the poor child.
Topeka Trail, go on.
Oh, what about
Never mind about that. The boys and I will take care of it.
All right.
Oh, imagine arresting a nice girl like Jenny.
Just relax, honey. Just relax. We'll get her back. Now, here, have some coffee.
Oh, no, I couldn't take a thing. Thank you.
Get away from that cart! You heard your man! Hold it! He's mine!
Sheriff Masterson, you were legally correct to arrest a witness, but I think it was a fool's stunt.
Well, the girl was in cahoots with the phony True Lighters.
No, she wasn't. She was working for me all the time. Now, Miss Jenny, there's a $500 reward for anyone helping to protect a Wells Fargo shipment.
No. I won't take it. Arrest me.
All right, well, just be patient. Now, Mr. Masterson, if you knew anything about genuine True Lighters, you would have spotted Brother Dolph. You see, a real True Lighter doesn't believe in violence. Now, Miss Jenny, you come with me. Charlie. Thank you.
Why are you turning me loose with $500?
Well, you'll kind of need the money to get a fresh start back in Missouri. Miss Jeannie, there's something I want you to believe. I'll always think of you a little.
Why?
Because you tried so hard to fall in love with me, and because it was really you who took me off to the holdup.
How?
You kind of got desperate and asked me to marry you. And, you see, the true lighters, they don't believe in marriage.
What?
Goodbye, man.
He cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
William Tecumseh Sherman, General of the Army, made his fame in the Civil War. But General Sherman also commanded the Army when it fought the Indian Wars and opened up the western frontier. In the period between 1866 and 1878, Uncle Billy paid a visit to every western fort and every town of importance west of Kansas City. When word got out that General Sherman was on his way to Dodge to board the steam cars of the Santa Fe, Marshal Earp was soon up to his chin in trouble.
Wyatt, thank goodness you're here.
Howdy, Mr. Bates. What you so excited about?
This telegram, it's confidential. Inside.
General Sherman's coming. General Sherman's coming. They just got a telegram. It's General Sherman. General Sherman's coming. General Sherman's coming. He'll be here this afternoon. General Sherman!
Link Hanson, what are you yelling about?
Let go, Sophie. I got big news.
I've got even bigger news. You need a bath. You go straight home and take one.
But General Sherman's coming to town.
Oh.
General Sherman here in Dodge. He'll be here this afternoon. General Sherman's coming.
And not only that, a group of Eastern newspapermen just got off the train. Fellas from the New York Times and Herald and Chicago Tribune, Kansas City Star. And you know what the general thinks of newspapermen. And the Santa Fe is right in the middle. We can't afford to offend the newspapers, yet General Sherman is one of the best friends that the Western Roads has ever had. And all he wants to do is to get on the train here to go to Kansas City. Now, what am I going to do, Wyatt?
Well, there's not much you can do. There are a lot of Texas cowhands in town. I'd sure hate to see a ruckus with a man like General Sherman here. He's in charge of the whole Western Army and the Indian fights. He certainly ought to be able to board a train here without getting into a lot of trouble.
You don't think there'll be incidents? Now, look at here, Wyatt. The Santa Fe can't afford to have demonstrations or disorders.
Well, that won't be the half of it.
What?
Well, General Sherman has soldiers after Chief Joseph and there's purses up north. In a couple of hours, Dodge City will be jumping with reports that the Indians are about to attack us.
Oh, no.
Uncle Billy Sherman is what the newspapers call a controversial character. Uh-oh. Now you're in for it.
Oh, no, not me. I'm going out the back way. If things get too rough, send word to me. I've got to make up the general's train. I'll be in the yards.
Well, wasn't that Jim Bates?
Yes, sir, but, I think your outfit scared him.
Oh, indeed, now. Well, I served under General Sherman.
It's up to us to arrange a fitting welcome for the general.
Yes. I've just now spoke to Chalk Beeson. He's going to call out the cowboy band. They'll play Marching Through Georgia as the general arrives. Then the judge and I and the city council...
Wait a minute. The general doesn't like that song. I read in the papers where he stopped him from playing it in Omaha. We got a lot of Southern sympathizers in this town, Judge.
That's true, Wyatt.
Whose side are you on?
My father and 2 brothers fought for the Union, but that's not the point.
Indeed, no.
I think you and the judge ought to think about this a little bit more. And can you convince him to take this outfit off?
Well, it does fit a mite snug in places.
I'm proud to be wearing the blue. Well, I fought from Shiloh to Atlanta.
You want to riot?
And then Riot? Are you daft?
I'm not telling you anything you don't know. This is not a northern town. It's a border town.
He's right, Jim.
Now, do you want this town disgraced with a lot of riots and brawls, do you?
So that's it, huh? I'm not allowed to make a speech about my great commanding general.
Oh, no. Look, he doesn't want that kind of a speech. He's heard 1,000 of them.
Now, you listen to that boy, Jim.
No, he won't listen to me. He's Irish and he's stubborn. I'm going to call out all my deputies. I'll probably need them. We're on a wild goose chase. I need a drink. On the Herald, of course.
What makes you so sure old Kump won't show up?
The Sherman's not that crazy. Your best bartender, all around. Chief Joseph's been making monkeys of his great General Howard. And as for Nelson Miles, I bet he's lost his whole command in the Badlands.
You and the Herald have certainly made it rough on the Army, Wendell.
Rough? Wait till you read my latest piece to Sherman and Sheridan. Incompetent, both of them.
Who's talking?
What was that, sir?
I asked who's talking, mister. You ever fought any Indians?
That's a stupid and irrelevant question.
You know, I don't think I like you. Oh!
No way to settle differences, please!
Fight! Martial arts! Fight! These two greenhorns, they was talking mean against General Sherman.
Stay out here.
Pilot!
Who started this? I'm guilty, sir, and I confess to the strong arm of the law. And who are you? Me? Haven't you ever heard of Two-Gun Wendell of the New York Herald?
Mr. Murphy, I'm surprised at you. Don't you know we don't strike members of the newspaper profession?
Well, I do. He had it coming to him. You should have heard what he said about General Sherman.
I don't care what he said. We don't take pokes at newspapermen. Oh, they can hit us, but we daresn't strike back. Now, you never fight a newspaper unless you own one yourself.
Well, a frontier Socrates.
Mind if I quote you in my paper?
No, go ahead.
And who are you?
Yeah.
I asked you your name.
Take your hands off of me.
All right, Hal, they're all under arrest. Put this one and this one in cells. Now, get out of here.
Go on.
Just a minute, gentlemen, just a minute. Let me handle this. I, sir, am Arthur Ashburton of the New York Times.
Yes, sir?
I demand to know the reason for this procedure.
I'm trying to keep you all alive until General Sherman gets here. Protective custody. Now, come on, get out of here.
Oh, this is outrageous. Oh, no, I'll get this. I'll take this to the
Hal, I'll be over in the glove office. Come here. What were they saying about General Sherman?
Are you arresting Mr. Murphy?
No, I'll just hold him for a while.
You must be on our side.
I'm not on anybody's side.
You don't like General Sherman?
Well, I've never met the man, Link. Have you?
No, sir. But I'm going to meet him today.
Well, I think the general is going to be a little bit busy.
But Sophie said... Hey, Sophie! Hey, Sophie, you come here. You said I could shake hands with General Sherman.
Hush, Link. I haven't seen Tom, not for weeks. He's up north with General Howard.
She's sweet on old Tom.
Shh. We're engaged, Marshal. And I was wondering if I could get close enough to General Sherman. I mean, just a word of news.
Well, I'll see what I can do, Miss Sophie. Excuse me. When you stay here with your sister.
You come back here.
Now remember, we are here to make converts before that man Sherman arrives. 90% of the people believe as we do. They must be rallied to the cause. Rallied!
Amen, Brother
Amen.
Just a minute, folks. I'm sorry, but you're going to have to keep that sign out of view.
Peace, young man.
Well, I'm for that, but I don't think you're going to get much peace carrying that sign down Front Street.
Very well. Arrest us.
How many poor Indians have you murdered?
Yes, how many?
Well, very few, ma'am. Now, I'm giving you a police order to keep that sign out of public view. I don't want these women hurt. This town is full of tough men that like General Sherman. You put it away.
Peace, friend. We will go inside and ask for guidance.
Amen, Brother
Amen.
Paul. Amen.
Amen.
And we're putting out an extra with an editorial asking all factions to stay calm. It's a bad situation, Marshal. Indian haters, Indian lovers, professional Johnny Rebs and Yankees. I'd rather have a regular tornado hit town.
I don't suppose there's any way to detour the general.
Sherman, if he made up his mind to visit Hades, he'd cuss the devil right out of his path.
Well, nothing much else can happen.
Oh, yes, it can. Colonel Bankhead of the Blaze V Ranch checked in at the Texas house.
Oh, no. Do you bring any gunslingers?
Don't know.
Well, I'll find out. Well, now, that looks better.
Judge Tobin's waiting in your office. Sam, I thought the Globe would like my speech welcoming General Sherman.
Of course, Jim. Have you checked with Wyatt?
Indeed, no. Who's the mayor of Dodge City?
Well, you still have a blue pencil, Jim. But don't let the eagle scream too loud.
I'll say to my old commander what's in my heart.
Easy now, Jim. Pull up a chair and sit down and compose your eloquent thoughts. I've got to put an extra on the street.
Now, here's the way we'll begin.
And furthermore, I ask you, is there a stare decisis? Do the laws of Kansas oblige newspapermen from other states to submit to protective custody against their wills?
No, Mr. Ashburton, but...
Then I demand our immediate release. We are not children, sir. The New York Times...
Oh, shut up, Artie.
I will not shut up, and I will be heard. The New York Times is a great metropolitan newspaper, and I will not be detained at the whim of some pettifogging tyrant who lords it over this dust heap in the prairie. And furthermore...
Yes, sir?
I want a ruling, Judge Tobin, now.
We'll have to release him, Wyatt.
Well, I want a drink. Wait. We also expect an apology from this fellow.
You won't get it. Now clear out.
Now, Wyatt.
Look, you've already turned them loose. That's enough. Now, you can write anything your editors tell you to write about General Sherman, but you keep your mouth shut as long as you're here.
Is that a police order?
That's advice, Mr. Wendell. Next time you sound off against General Sherman, I'm not going to stop the fight.
You, sir, are an arrogant yahoo.
You know, we're wrong. I'm sorry. No more fights.
Well, thank you, Mr. Wendell. I'll see you around, I hope.
Right.
You've angered the New York Times and the Chicago Tribune. Perhaps I should try to make peace with the others, huh?
Why?
In their present mood, they'll blast poor Sherman. Heaven knows what they'll write about Dodge City.
Well, you do what you think is best, sir.
All of us should feel guilty about Sherman. We've blamed him for every failure Grant made in the White House. We owe Sherman. He helped us build this Western country. Well, keep your eyes peeled for trouble.
Yes, sir.
And if it comes, hit him hard.
Well, Senator Forsyth and Mayor Kelly are cooking up a good one.
Big parade led by the cowboy bands, speaker's platform on the plaza. You got the whole shebang of politics.
All the deputies turn out?
Yeah.
Go see the sheriff. We'll need his boys, too.
Why, you figure there's going to be a fight?
Colonel Bankhead's in town. 12 years since the war ended. Lee was the greatest general, of course, but Sherman was great, too. He can't even visit a little cow town in the middle of Kansas without running into a great, big, nasty hullabaloo.
And I want you men to check your guns. No use having a run-in with this man Earp until the right time comes. You just circulate around and gather some information. We need to know how many bummers old Comp Sherman is bringing with him. Then you report back to me at noon, and we'll see then what we have to do.
All right. Good idea.
Peace, friends. We will march to the plaza and let our brethren rally to us.
Hold on! What you got that sign?
Ah, peace, friend. Read the sign and join our march.
You old fool, you! Calling General Sherman a butcher.
What?
You give me
Look,
that.
all
All
right,
right,
young
this is
man.
man's work.
Just a moment now.
Now, you started this, Mr. Murphy.
But they gotta stop calling Uncle Billy Sherman names. Just read it.
I've already read it. Now, all these men are under arrest. Take them away.
Aye. Put us in jail. The truth will go marching on.
The truth will go marching on.
You ladies, please go inside, please.
Oh.
Now, come on.
I know.
All of you, get going. This way, sir.
I'll make you a deal, Mr. Erb.
A deal, huh?
I know some men that are going to try and kill General Sherman.
Yeah?
I heard them talking outside the Texas house.
All right, what's the deal?
You fix it for me and Sophie to meet the general.
I guess you heard Colonel Bankhead giving the rebel yell, huh?
Yeah.
That's all right. The deal still stands. I'll do what I can.
Gosh, thanks, Mr. Erb.
No, wait a minute. You go home, wash out your ears, and put on a coat and tie.
Yes, sir.
Howdy, Marshal. Join us?
No, thank you. Howdy.
Oh, howdy.
You mind if I join you?
Sit down.
I don't suppose I could persuade you to show a little gratitude.
And what thanks do I owe you, Mr. Erb?
None. But you owe General Sherman.
I owe him a bullet.
When the Bloody Shirts wanted to put Mr. Davis and General Lee in prison, who stopped them?
The South, sir.
Grant and Sherman. They said they'd resign their commissions if the terms of the parole were violated.
And who burnt Atlanta and Columbia, South Carolina? Sherman.
Well, I tried.
Good work, Marshal. Arresting those crackpots with the sign.
Yeah. What time is General Sherman expected?
About 3. I figured to have a committee on the North Trace to meet the general.
My suggestion is that you and the sheriff head the committee.
How many soldiers does the general have with him?
About 4 or 6. He uses Doherty wagons on the prairie, you know.
Well, I don't like any of this.
Now, what?
Come on in, Mr. Bates. I want you to hear what I have to say.
Something going wrong?
This whole thing can turn into a big shooting match.
You scared of old man Bankhead?
Yes.
Judge, we've got enough Union men to drive out every single Johnny Reb in an hour.
Oh, now I think you're both exaggerating. I know Colonel Bankhead, and I can get his word to keep his people in order.
I already tried that, Judge.
Well, if he won't give his word, throw him in jail. What's got into you, Wyatt?
I guess I'm ashamed of us all.
You certain there's going to be trouble?
Mr. Bates, there are only 2 people in Dodge who want to welcome General Sherman with completely honest motives. You're thinking about the Santa Fe? Mayor Kelly was a Union soldier. He's worried about the votes. The judge is worried about what the Eastern newspapers are going to say. And, well, I can't rightly welcome the general because I'm worried about a riot.
Stupid talk. I'll hear no more of it.
And I'll lay down the law to Colonel Bankhead. And Wyatt, you put a tighter rein on that imagination of yours.
What do you want me to do, Wyatt?
Well, Mr. Bates, I sure wish you'd pull the general special train into the siding east of town.
Not let the general come into Dodge at all?
Well, that's up to him to decide. If he wants a hero's welcome, he can always back the train into the depot.
All right. If you'll explain it to him. I wouldn't dare.
I don't relish the job myself, but, well, I owe General Sherman. My two brothers served with him.
Colonel. Sir? How far is it to Dodge City?
About 6 miles, General.
Well, I don't think I can face another fool reception without losing my temper. You ride ahead into town and ask the Santa Fe people if they can't board the train somewhere out here.
Sir, they'll be counting on your visit.
Colonel, you get me out of this.
Now, General. Travelers headed toward us. I'd better check them out.
Newspaper men, I'll bet. No interviews. If they get sassy, arrest them.
Yes, sir. Who are you?
I'm Marshal Wyatt Earp from Dodge City. This is Miss Sophie. Master Lincoln Hanson.
We're in a hurry, sir. I suggest that you pass on.
Colonel! Whoa, darn it!
That's him!
Link, you come back
Link,
here.
come back here. Hello, Sonny.
Don't you go into Dodge, General. There's a lot of Johnny Rebs. I know the whole story.
That'll do. General, sir, I'm Marshal Wyatt Earp at Dodge City. May I present Sophie Hanson? She's worried about her young man, sir, Corporal Jones. He's in General Howard's detachment.
I haven't heard from him for almost 7 weeks, General.
We'll find out, miss. Colonel? Sir? Get some information from this young lady, then we'll telegraph our people at Helena and get a report.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
It's my pleasure, miss. All right, Marshal. What's all this about Johnny Rebs? Why, I thought they surrendered, son.
And I warn you, gentlemen, we're going to open fire the minute that blue-bellied killer enters this town.
None of you'll be alive long enough to do that. And believe me, gentlemen, I mean what I say.
The law's on our side, Colonel Bankhead.
So you see, sir, the decision is up to you. Now, if you'd like to come into Dodge City, I'll need about a half an hour to disarm the Southerners.
What about those friends of the American Indian?
Well, I'm afraid you'll have to handle them, sir, and also the newspaper correspondents.
How many welcoming speeches?
Well, sir...
Mayor Kelly's good for an hour. Judge Tobin another half hour. And Senator Forsyth...
Link.
Yes, sir?
I'm not going into Dodge. What do you think would be a nice, polite excuse?
Dodge ain't big enough for you, General Sherman. I'd write him a letter and tell him they're a fiddling little town.
Link, Hanson, children should be seen and not heard. You come down from there.
But the General asked me.
That's right, I did. Good luck, son.
Bye, General.
Bye. Well, how would you put it, Marshal?
Well, sir, I'd even be less polite than Link. I wouldn't say anything at all.
Well, I'll have to send him a telegram of regrets. You know, Chief Joseph will be rounded up pretty soon, and then the West will be opened up all the way to the Pacific. But how do you open up the human mind and spirit?
Well, you pray, I guess. Keep on praying.
I started that some time ago. Looks like it's going to be a long job.
I hope you'll put your guns away as soon as you can, Marshal. It won't be too many years now, sir.
The big country with small people, all of us. I hope our Lord will be patient.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told. Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The great hiding place for Western outlaws was Brown's Hole, and as the historian Charles Kelly remarked in his book Outlaw Trail, it was the toughest outlaw hideout in the West. It covered the corner where Colorado, Utah, and Wyoming join. Not only was the hole a natural fortress, but the outlaws who camped there were the scum of all the cow towns and gold diggings from Texas to Oregon.
We can't send a posse in there, Wyatt. We've tried it half a dozen times. There's only one way to catch Blackie Saunders. That's for a peace officer to go in there disguised as an outlaw. Now, if he's spunky enough...
No, sir, Wyatt can't go. We need him here in Dodge.
Mr. Mayor, he murdered a Wells Fargo guard. And threatened to kill a woman and a small boy if he talked about it.
Nasty business. But Wyatt's chief deputy quit. And Sheriff Masterson is chasing bank robbers down in Texas.
You're treating this case like a political issue. This is murder and the threat of murder. Those people identified Saunders. Sorry to intrude, Marshal. I'll see if Bill Tillman or Charlie Bassett can help us out.
I'll walk you over to the hotel.
Now, Wyatt?
I'm just trying to be polite, Mr. Mayor.
I didn't come out here merely as a representative of Wells Fargo. We don't care about the money we lost or the mail that was stolen. But we're going to get that killer if it takes me 5 years to find somebody brave enough and angry enough to go in there and get him.
Well, I'll get Saunders, Mr. Calvin.
But I thought... I might have known how you'd really feel about it.
I didn't want to argue with Mayor Kelly. When word shouldn't get around that I'm making a long trip.
Of course.
You get me a railroad ticket to Rock Springs. I'll outfit there.
Will you need any help?
No. I know what Blackie Saunders looks like. I want to see that man on the gallows, and I won't rest easy until he does hang.
I'll get the ticket.
That outlaw trail ran from Robber's Roost in the south to Hole in the Wall up north. In the 70s and 80s, many a long rider with a price on his head and the shadow of the hangman's rope on his face joined other desperate men in what they called the last hideout.
There's fear in the air. Death is everywhere in the bad land. In the bad land. And white are the bones lost among the stones of the bad land. Of the bad land. They died who tried to find where the outlaws hide in the Badland, the Badland, the last hideout of the outlaw band.
Now, who'd you be?
Tim Hardwick.
You carrying a gun?
No. I pawned it for some chow.
What are you doing up here?
Well, you might say I was trying to hide.
Looks like he's telling the truth. He better be. Come on, fella, let's go. This way. Nabbed him in the South Gully, Steve. Says his name is Tim Hardwick.
New man in camp. Line up. Just the way we have to do things, fella.
Yeah.
Take a good close look at him. Any of you ever saw him wearing a star, just walk him off a couple of yards and shoot him. If you got any other beef against him, let's hear it.
You ever been in Wichita?
I've been in a lot of places.
Oh, Yankee, ain't you?
What of it?
I don't like Yankees. Oh!
I said the war was over. Put it away.
You take that gun away from him, and I'll fight him.
We got as many Yanks as Southerners in this hideout. There are no arguments about the war. That's a rule.
Yes, sir.
Any of you recognize Mr. Hardwick?
I never seen him.
Lineup's over. You hungry?
Yeah, sure am.
Hey, Skittles.
Yeah?
Got another belly to fill.
Sure.
Go on. Rest yourself.
Well, thank you.
Where are you running from?
Oh, several places.
Like a real long rider, you and your horse. We got a couple of rules if you aim to stay in camp.
Yes, sir.
We start playing cards or drinking, we check our guns.
Sounds like Dodge City.
Yeah. I heard about that fellow Earp's rule. You and him ever have any trouble?
Nope.
Go ahead, eat. Two more important rules. We don't quarrel with the small ranchers around the hole. They buy our cattle. And we keep away from Shotgun Gibbs.
Shotgun Gibbs?
Shotgun's a real peace-loving man. We stay away from him, he stays away from us. I had a run-in with Blackie about that. Oh, Blackie Saunders. You'll meet him.
Mr. Saunders and Mr. Gibbs, they have a run-in?
Wanted to. Blackie thought Shotgun was a stoolie. All Shotgun wants is to be let alone. And that's all we want, too. Shotgun don't give a hoot if we rustle every maverick on the Cherokee Trail.
Well, you won't have any trouble from me, Mr. Logan.
$10,000 reward for Tim Hardwick, who held up a Wells Fargo stage near Grand Junction, Colorado, May 27th, 1879. Hardwick murdered the driver, wounded the shotgun messenger, and a man passenger. He also made off with a shipment of banknotes and a sack of U.S. mail. The reward will be paid for this man, dead or alive. J.T. Calvin, Vice President, Wells Fargo and Company. Stupid idiots. Blackie done it. He told me so himself. Well, better take this stuff back where you found it.
Well, maybe Hardwick found out Blackie done it. Maybe that's why he come here, huh?
That's between Hardwick and Blackie. You keep out of it. You hear me?
Sure, boss. Sure.
picking pockets.
You better get out of camp.
I suppose you and Logan read the wanted poster, huh?
Boss won't do nothing about it, but Saunders might.
Such as?
Such as turning you in for the reward.
All right, I'm leaving.
If I was you, I'd give Shotgun Gibbs' place a wide circle. And, I want my gun back.
So I'll be a target for Saunders when he comes after me?
Whether you hunt Blackie or he hunts you is none of our business. We just don't allow no personal grudges in camp.
Sure.
Hunted men on the run, living by the gun in the bad land. In the bad land. Be fast on the draw, that's the only law of the bad land. Of the bad land.
Blackie, I got some news for you, and it's worth money.
I'm listening.
Come over here.
Can't you read?
Yeah, I can read, Mr. Gibbs.
Now, I'm a peaceable man. I love peace.
Oh?
But if I don't learn you, I'll have all creation a-riding in here. You any good with your fist?
Oh, pretty good.
Well, that's a relief. Because I sure hate to whip a man who can't put up a decent fight.
Wouldn't you like to talk a little bit first?
Nope. You're too darn fancy. Stand still, will you?
All right.
You're too darn good with your fists.
Now, why don't you just agree to a little conversation, huh?
I come out here to get away from talk. You go put on your guns.
Where are yours?
I'm gonna fetch it right now.
Good. Ain't you got a 45?
I like this. We'll shoot at my distance.
Turned off toward Shotgun's place.
I told Steve that shotgun couldn't be trusted. I bet he put Hardwick onto me. Come on, let's ride.
I'm taking unfair advantage, Mr. Gibbs. You can't do much damage at that distance with the shotgun.
You stay where you are. When I raise my gun, you start a firing.
You've had enough, Mr. Gibbs. Now, look, you want peace? I'm a peace officer.
Hear me? I'm a United States Deputy Marshal.
Let me see that pistol you shot me with. "12-inch barrel.
It's a bundle iron special. Hey, your shot almost blew my head off. What were you using?
It's a rifle slug, hand-loaded into a Bryce case. It's my own invention, but it takes a British Greener shotgun to handle it. You could have killed me, but you didn't do it. That makes me beholden to you.
Well, you'll have a chance to get even, Mr. Gibbs. Here. Come on, I'll patch that arm up.
He's with shotgun, all right. That's his horse at the gate.
Ah. Well, he can't stay in there forever. You just take our time and dry gulch him.
Wound's not too bad, Mr. Gibbs. Just broke the skin a little bit.
Well, I figure I'm a lot luckier than Blackie's gonna be when you meet up with him. Threatening to kill a woman and a boy. I know Blackie was a mean un, but I thought he drawed the line somewheres.
Well, he didn't. So the law'll draw a line around his neck.
Blast it. A man like me can't find no peace, no place. Kansas City, Abilene, Amarillo, Denver. I tried them all.
Well, there's no peace without the law, Mr. Gibbs.
That means argument, force, shooting and killing.
Well, the law is force when you reason it out.
Well, shouldn't have to be that way.
No, sir, it shouldn't. But you just can't tell a fellow like Blackie Saunders not to rob and murder people. You gotta let him know that if he murders, that the law will...
That's my mule, Roscoe. He's better than a watchdog.
What's he trying to tell you?
People outside. And them rocks beyond my gate. Open the greener for me, will you? My fingers are a mite still.
Well, you sit down, Mr. Gibbs.
Oh?
That's probably Blackie Saunders and a fella called Skittles. They think I'm worth $10,000 to Wells Fargo. Is that your back door?
Yep. I'm going with you.
No, you stay here. Logan trusts you. You'll be a lot more use to me later.
To pay back?
With interest.
Something ain't right. That mule cuts loose, he usually brings shotgun outside.
Well, maybe Hardwick got him.
I should go back and get Steve and the boys.
You said they wouldn't help.
Well, I'll tell him... I'll tell him you think Hardwick's a Johnny Law. You know, he could be. That wanted poster could be a Wells Fargo trick.
Yeah? Well, what if it's on the level? We'd have to split the reward.
Use your brains. He's holed up in a little fort with plenty of guns and ammo. He's got plenty of food and water. Why, it'll take at least a dozen men to blast him out.
I don't know.
All right. Do it your way. I'm going back to camp.
Oh, Skittles, you ain't going no place.
Halt! Halt! You got that crease a mite deep, didn't you, Marshal? He's apt to be out a long time.
Afraid so.
You shouldn't have let Skittles get away. He's going to bring Logan and his boys down on us.
I had no warrant for Skittles, Mr. Gibbs. Last time I shot at a man on horseback, the horse reared. I killed him.
You regret that?
I'll regret it until the day I die.
Well, you're the first John Law I ever heard say anything like that.
Maybe I can move him away from here before Logan comes.
Yeah? What trail? Across the Red Desert?
Guess so.
Hang it all, there goes my piece again. No, sir, I ain't gonna let it go. I've been living and let live with them outlaws, and I intend to go right on doing the same thing. If Steve Logan comes here looking for you, you're gonna be on your own. I'm keeping my peace.
And then he shot Blackie in the back of the head. Well, I run for my horse, and he yells, "Halt, halt," just like any John Law. Why, he even fired a warning shot at me. I tell you, he is a John Law.
You think he killed Shotgun Gibbs, too?
Why, sure he did. He probably pestered Gibbs for information and then shot him. The proof is, that old mule brayed his head off, but Shotgun didn't come out.
Well, we'll find out for ourselves. Saddle and ride.
You can't get away with this, Hardwick. If Wells Fargo named you for that job, that's your tough luck.
I should hang for what you did, huh?
Hey, what Johnny Law is going to come into this outlaw country after you? Could be maybe you won yourself. How about that?
Yeah, how about that? No, no peace officer would be that foolhardy.
Well, that shotgun.
Looks like Steve didn't waste any time.
Stay where you are.
Get up, Roscoe. I see him. Get up now.
Peace. Huh. Steve Logan and his whole gang at my line fence out there.
Ooh.
You know, I sure bless the day that I ever laid eyes on you.
Look, if you're going to make a fight for it, why don't you make it in here?
Why are you defending him, Shotgun?
Him? I'm defending myself and the peace I used to have around here.
You're sure a sight for sore eyes, Shotgun. We was afraid that Hardwick might have done in with you.
Hardwick? Saunders? Huh! You busting our agreement, Steve?
What do you mean?
The Brown's Hole boys was to stay out of my way.
It still goes?
Yeah? Blackie and Skittles there tried to bushwhack that fella right outside my gate.
Hardwick's a Johnny Law. I still say that...
shut up. What do you know about the fellow, Shotgun?
He's an outlaw, the same as the rest of you. Claims he's being blamed for something Blackie did. But just as soon as Blackie's well, both of them are getting off my place. Now, Steve, you want to interfere with that?
No, we'll let Hardwick settle with Blackie. Sorry to have bothered you, Shotgun. Let's go.
You think you'd make it to the railroad?
I'll do the best I can.
That won't be good enough. Got a lot of friends between here and Green River.
We're even, Mr. Gibbs.
Well, don't go and get yourself killed. I doubt if I'd fret much about it. But I might.
Peace be with you, Mr. Gibbs. Mr. Gibbs, what happened to you? You You start feeling sorry for Blackie here?
Huh. How far are you taking him?
All the way to Dodge City.
He thinks. Well, I just believe I'll ride along with you a spell, Marshal. Me and Roscoe here think that feller ought to be hanged. We don't want no interruptions.
I'd hate to see you lose your peace, but mighty happy to have you along.
Yeah? Well, the law better find me some peace somewhere. Somehow.
It will, Mr. Gibbs. Someday.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
Modern newspapermen dislike to see the good old days portrayed by editors and reporters who were drunkards, incompetents, and scoundrels. The men who work on today's newspapers have such strict standards that they cannot understand conditions which existed in towns like Dodge City on the frontier of 1878. But Marshal Wyatt Earp has testified in his biography to the truth. Frontier journalism was a bitter struggle against lawless men who used horsewhips, fists, and guns to keep the facts from being printed.
We'll fix that paper so it'll never print nothing. Come on, let's go. Come on, boys. Now, the new editor's not getting here until this afternoon. When he does get here, he's going to get the same protection from the police that Mr. Lathrop got. Now, break it up.
It's all over, Mr. Kelly.
Busted windows. It'll cost more than $10. Didn't you arrest him?
No, Mr. Kelly. I want Jim Murdoch to start on his own. That window was Mr. Lathrop's trouble.
Well, all Lathrop did was to print the truth about Sally Bascom's dance hall.
Well, Sally Bascom's got a lot of tough friends. I just hope that Mr. Murdoch knows that running a newspaper in Dodge City is a lot different than working on the Kansas City Star.
His cousin Marsh at Wichita recommended the boy.
Well, they don't come any better than Marsh Murdoch or the Wichita Eagle. Well, cheer up, Mr. Kelly. We'll try and help young Jim. I owe Marsh a favor.
Well, it'll be more than one favor you owe. Hardware's my line. Why I ever bought an interest in the newspaper. Hey, want to buy my share for half of what I paid?
No, Mr. Kelly. If I did that, they'd claim I was buying into the Globe to keep them from criticizing me.
Yeah, could be. Could be.
Cousin Marsh told me to look you up first thing. Said you'd wise me up to local conditions.
Well, it's kind of a quiet town.
You mean no news?
Well, not that quiet.
Mr. Earp, about my staff.
Well,
Not much, huh?
well, I didn't say that. I'd just like to have you form your own opinion.
What happened here? Cyclone?
No, Mob did that this morning.
Why?
Well, because they didn't like what your predecessor wrote about a certain dance hall lady.
Was it the truth?
Mm-hmm.
Fine. Fine, I've got a page 1 leader already made.
Well, I admire your spirit, sir, but You know, I think your only problem here is going to be your hired hands.
Don't tell me my reporters and printers are all drunkards.
Oh, Mr. Lathrop kept him pretty sober.
Well, what is it, then?
Well, in a town like this, a reporter associates with all kind of people. I think your big job is going to be to try and candle out a few bad eggs.
My staff is going to be honest. A newspaper man, first and foremost, must have the courage of his conviction. And I repeat, a newspaper man must be dedicated to the facts. He must find the facts and see to it that they are printed. Now, the Globe, as long as I am editor, will have no friends, no enemies. It will print the simple, unadorned truth. The simple, unadorned truth. Any questions?
How do you feel about crusades, Mr. Murdoch?
I'm sorry, sir. Your name again?
McDavid. Cal McDavid.
You ask about crusades. I don't like the term. Crusading newspaper usually represents the owner's grudges and prejudices and his personal opinion of what's good for the reading public.
We had a mob after us this morning because of a story I wrote.
About the dance hall woman? Marshal Earp, was the story justified?
I think so, yes, sir.
Thank you. Mr. McDavid is to be congratulated. We'll rerun the story and print any additional facts we can dig up. We'll also print the facts about that mob. Mr. Earp, you were an eyewitness. Can you name names?
Well, I wouldn't do that, sir, if I were you.
Why not?
Because a mob doesn't have any names, Mr. Murdoch. Half the people in it are sightseers or excitement hunters. Now, just one more thing, and I'll quit trying to be the editor of the newspaper.
Yes, sir.
The Globe made a serious charge against Miss Baskin. I think it's true enough, but I think Mr. McDavid should have talked to the lady and printed her side of it.
She wouldn't talk, Marshal.
Perhaps she might now to some other reporter. Or maybe you should try to get a statement from her.
No, sir. I think she's guilty of running a crooked joint, but I can't just arrest her on Mr. McDavid's say-so. But I think your idea of having a new man talk to her is a good one. Well, welcome to Dodge, Mr. Murdoch. I'll get back to my job.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, gentlemen.
Editor off. I should really blow the whistle.
It's no good, Miss Sally.
Why not?
It's squealing.
Well, I was squealed on, wasn't I?
Not enough to cause any trouble. Earp ain't been around to close us.
Cal wants it all. He'll keep on the Globe till Earp does close me. Then he can buy my share of peanuts.
It won't happen, Miss Sally. We'll take care of McDavid.
Like you did this morning, a couple of busted windows?
Give us time. Getting rid of a newspaper man takes some figuring.
Yeah, well, I ain't going to wait very long. You attend to Cal or I'll holler my head off.
Doing below the line?
No, it's all quiet. Murdoch's reporter couldn't even get in to see Miss Baskin. I'm going to grab some sleep until about 11 o'clock, and we'll ring her place out.
How many of us?
All the day, men. I'll see you 10 minutes after 11.
We'll be there.
Yeah, thanks.
Jensen? Mr. Jensen, I need some soap.
Well, never mind. I think I have some in my room. Fixes me a tub, forgets the soap. One of these days, I'm...
We ought to circle the joint shotgun?
Wyatt said 10 after. Still got 3 minutes.
You loco! That's Marshal Earp's gun. Where did you...
Shut up and get me the money.
I paid you your share for the week. If you think you can bust in...
Marshal Earp, come quick! Hurry, Mr. Earp, there's been a shooting.
You men go around back. Shotgun, come with me. All right, don't let anybody else. Get back to the side there. All right. Yeah.
She's dead.
Give me that.
Killer stole it from you, didn't he?
Yeah, a few minutes ago.
What? They can claim you killed her.
That's exactly what I want him to do.
Miss Sally! Oh, Miss Sally! Miss Sally!
Now, you stay here until Doc McCarty comes. Don't let anybody leave.
Big story, boss. Somebody just murdered Sally Bascom.
The dance hall woman? Did you see it?
No, but I got plenty of details and witnesses. Well, shall I start writing?
Of course. Here, take my desk. Sally Bascom.
Wyatt! Wyatt, I hear there was a shooting at Sally Bascom.
Yeah, she was killed with my gun, the bunt line.
With your gun? Why, that's ridiculous.
Come on, I want to talk to Jim Murdoch.
Got your lead in check?
You bet. Right here.
Oh, Marshal Earp. McDavid must have been drinking. I wouldn't insult you.
I haven't had a drop, Mr. Murdoch. We're not insulting the marshal.
Well, you say the marshal's gun was found near the woman's body. You call Sally Bascom his silent partner.
Just facts, Mr. Murdoch.
Your reporter has a story to write, Mr. Murdoch. We'll talk this over in my office.
I'll get my hat.
Mr. Murdoch, I was quite careless tonight. I didn't lock my room when I went to take a quick bath. The killer stole my buntline special and used it.
Jim believes you, Wyatt. But how did the reporter get the story that fast? Was he there?
No, he said he talked to witnesses.
Oh, it's not possible. Not that fast. And how come McDavid names you Sally's silent partner? What'd you ever do to him?
Nothing.
Before I print this story, I'll have to see McDavid's witnesses.
Any man that's slick enough to commit a murder with my gun will have witnesses ready.
You think it was McDavid himself?
I can't prove that yet.
Oh, push on that talk, Wyatt. You don't have to prove anything. Just fire the reporter and tear up his story.
No. Now, you question the witnesses, take down their statements, and print the story. All I ask is that you print my denial along with it.
Wyatt, do you want the Globe to call you a murderer?
Sally Bascom's fancy Dan?
Mr. Murdoch, don't start your job in the Globe by suppressing news.
Well, I'll see.
So will I. Oh, Mr. Gibbs, do you believe that Wyatt killed that woman?
Of course not. Young fella, you quote me in that there newspaper of yours. Just say Chief Deputy Gibbs cuss like blazes under his breath.
I'll get to the bottom of this.
We'll get to the bottom of it.
Doc Holliday will be here in the morning.
Oh, no.
Done sent him a wire in Kansas City.
Well, you shouldn't have done that. I want to handle this my way.
Yeah? What way is that?
Cal McDavid's trying to frame me. He used the Globe to help him along.
Sure. Them newspapers will lynch plenty of innocent men.
McDavid will overplay his hand, Mr. Gibbs. The truth will come out sooner or later.
Well, me and Doc ain't waiting on that.
Now, you stay out of this, both of you. I'm warning you. And that's an order.
Not no more, Wyatt. I ain't your chief deputy. Me and Doc are just plain citizens.
Now, look, Doc, I'm telling you, he'll land you both in jail.
In that case, we'll have some right good company. Because you're going to be sitting in the next cell, charged with murder.
And I seen Earp and Miss Sally just before the shot was fired.
And I saw Marshal Earp running down the alley.
Everybody knows Earp was in business with Miss Sally.
Well, now, that's just hearsay, Mr. Caldwell. Don't you have any more personal knowledge of...
Saw him and her dividing money several times.
Enough of this lying. Get him out of here, Jim. You think you'll get that printed? I own part of this newspaper. McDavid, you're a gambling, cheating, no-good liar.
Easy now. Both of them. Finish the story in my office.
Yes, sir. Go on, folks.
All right, come on. Get out of here. Go on, all of you. Get out of here. I'm warning you, Jim, this is a frame-up.
Now, hold your temper. Please. I'm not going to run McDavid's story. Not yet.
What do you mean, not yet?
Mr. Kelly, I'm a newspaperman. Sally Bascom was murdered.
By McDavid. You heard what Wyatt said.
But Mr. Earp admits he has no proof. On the other hand, McDavid has plenty of witnesses to support his story.
Liars, hoodlums.
Yes, I think they are. That's why I'm going to hold the story. But Earp should give me more than a denial. If he has evidence implicating McDavid, let him produce it.
Meaning what?
Meaning, if he doesn't, I have no choice but to turn McDavid's version over to the circuit attorney. Then, if his witnesses repeat their stories under oath, I have no choice. It's news. I'll have to print it then.
Indeed, now. I hired you, and I can fire you.
Mr. Kelly, you're a loyal friend. I suggest you make another attempt to warn Earp that he must solve the case quickly. You might be able to stop the Globe from printing sworn testimony. But there are other newspapers in Kansas, the Wichita Eagle, for one.
Marsh Murdoch wouldn't print it.
You don't know my cousin Marsh very well.
All right. How much time does Wyatt have?
Until noon tomorrow.
Yep, that's me. Circle the Dodge House the back way.
Back way? Why?
It's Wyatt. He wants to handle this all by himself.
Same old Deacon Earp.
Just what is the trouble? Newspaper man by the name of Cal McDavid. Killed Sally Bascom last night and aims to lay it on Wyatt.
McDavid? Yes, he would.
You know the feller?
Better not want to know any skunk. This saloon, Mr. Gibbs, if you don't mind, I have not had my breakfast.
Don't eat the cork.
Good morning.
Oh, Mr. Earp. Anything new?
No, sir. I was questioning people most of the night. It's McDavid's story.
He didn't finish it, though. Said he'd be in by 9.
I'm playing a hunch, Mr. Murdoch. Now, some of the witnesses, like the bartender, have uncomplicated lies to tell. But McDavid will dress up the story with details that only the real killer would know.
Yeah, I see your point.
Well, you're laying it on too thick, Cal. Do you expect us to swear to all that?
Shut up. I own this joint now. You guys will do what I tell you. Of course, you can rat on me, but you're in just as deep. Bartender?
Yeah?
Tell him how Sally paid you to have me killed.
Well, I thought maybe that she... Yeah.
Good. And now tell them how you and everybody concerned is going to make a lot more by stringing along with me.
It's true. The folks below the line raised $10,000 to get Earp.
And remember this. If we don't get him, he'll get all of us. Yeah?
Doc Holliday's back in town. He says he's going to gun you on sight.
Fine. Boys ready?
Yeah, there's 8 of them and us.
Keep Doc busy while I make a run for the Globe office. Murdoch's got to print this.
Leave me alone, Doc! Leave me alone! Leave me alone, Doc!
I'm not a ghost. Not yet. I lift him. I said lift him. Higher. Mr. Gibbs, you watch the alley. I want Cal McDavid. Where is he? You talk or I'll cut you down.
In the parlor. That way.
Come out of there, McDavid. Drop it.
Where is McDavid? He went out the window, heading for the newspaper office.
I ought to kill you.
No, Doc. I'll tell the whole thing.
Stick to that. Gibbs, the Globe office on the double.
Quiet! Doc and Shotgun are back in the alley. They're going to kill McDavid.
That feller. Now, Mr. Gibbs. He belongs to me.
Hold it, Doc. He's down.
Why, that's Crooked Walker. He was mine. Yeah.
I just traced his skull. I want him to hang legally. This may do it.
It's already been done. The bartender will talk.
On the threat of being shot? No good. Shotgun, I want you to take him over to Doc McCarty. Ask him to patch up his skull and then bring him over to the Globe office.
Now, come on. Get on your feet.
Now, the case may be right here.
I had him in a corner with a gun in his hand. A chance like that comes once in a lifetime. Reporters can blackguard you in the papers, Wyatt, but they rarely carry a gun.
Come on, Doc. I want you to meet Editor Murdoch. Look, he placed the exact location of my gun, 2 feet from the body. Now, no other witness placed the gun that close.
Mm-hmm. Hey, here. The soiled lily crumpled with her left arm posed in supplication. It looked like a white and broken leaf as she lay in the garish light of the room. I think you're right, Marshal. These details...
Pardon me, sir.
Yes, Dr. Holliday.
Why don't you print the story just as it is? Much better reading to accuse Deacon Earp of murder than McDavid.
No.
Of course, if you do print it that way, I'm going to kill you.
If I thought McDavid had his facts right, I'd print it.
Young fella has courage, Wyatt.
Well, to edit the Dodge City Globe, you'll need it.
4 dead men at Sally Bascom's joint. I just knew Doc Holliday was back in town.
4 men killed? Excuse me, I've got to get a reporter on this right away.
Now, you and Shotgun could have stayed out of this. McDavid pressed his luck just as I figured he would. Did you have any breakfast besides whiskey? Come on. And even if young Murdoch had printed the facts wrong, I could have handled the case. And who cares what the newspapers print about me 10 years from now anyway?
You will, if every paper repeats the same lie.
Quit trying to justify yourself, Doc.
Oh, why'd you underestimate the power of the press? They could give you a good character or a bad character.
You forgetting what Truth said to the politician who was worried about the newspapers crying him down?
Truth? No, I can't say that I recall.
Well, Truth said, I'll meet you in the graveyard back of the poorhouse 100 years from now.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told.
ভালোবাসা সুন্দর, ভালোবাসাও সুন্দর। মানুষ নিজের অজান্তেই ভালোবেসে ফেলে।
আমার মনে হয় কি জানেন, আপনার মতো জানাশোনা কাউকে না আমার বিয়ে করা উচিত।
এটা কি উপলক্ষে?
ম্যাডাম, ফুলটা গ্রহণ করুন, তারপরে বলতেছি।
ভোটার আইডি কার্ডে যার স্বাক্ষরের জায়গায় টিপসই দেয়, এখানে কেউ ডাক্তার।
এই দুইজনের মধ্যে যে আগে ম্যাডামের মন জয় করতে পারবে, ম্যাডাম তার।
একদিন না দেখলে তোমায় বন্ধু আন্ধার লাগে সব, তোমার এই প্রেমে এমনই টান।
রোগীদের তো ডক্টরের কাছে আসলে ব্যথা কমে যায়, আপনি তো উল্টো বলবেন। আপনি কি উল্টা?
তোমায় ছাড়িয়া যাব মরিয়া, তোমায় ছাড়িয়া যাব মরিয়া, যেও না বন্ধু আমার ভুলিয়া ভুলিয়া।
আমার মনে হয় আমার সমস্যা কপালে। ম্যাডাম, আমার কপালে নেই, আমার কপালে আছে দাগ।
hai trăm láp win perfect silence giống em chợ suy nghĩ cái chứ cho nghe có tài không 210 láp 42 tỷ 2 triệu một lần có chờ nhầm ôi không còn 100 để bớt 6 15 cái lại sửa binh chỉ linh ấy bay một chỉ linh điên Chương 8 này. Làm chi? Một cây đai máu nữa, sử dụng ra một cái giáp máu à? Đây hả? Một bên. Anh không muốn như em nghĩ. Phải đấy. Nếu mà xếp sai bên khác, còn xếp bên là thắng. Vậy đấy chị ạ. Đấy, đúng là 2 bạn nữa. Chỉ cái này 33 triệu start rồi. Tiền cái chứ. Ngon, vừa lên 8 đất và 8 đủ gì. Có ra xét này. Không muốn đâu. Bên này chọn hơn đấy. Ra xin ra rồi. Ngon này. Tôi xếp tiền lên 30 tiền nữa nhanh không? Ra xong ra chim rồi đủ tiền. Còn tôi nhảy đá gì đó quên. Sao được này? Nó lại quay nhiều lên ngoài mắt. Ngoài thành là thầm trong mắt rồi, có nguy không? Anh em tôi. Đấy là cái nguy sao? Phải lắm mắt người ta sao? Đây xuống. Rồi lắp con sinh ra và xong là 57 nghìn. Sinh viên con ghét cả nào. Còn bà sinh viên cũng xanh rồi. Quỷ à? Mới thua. Thì ai cái đánh hay đấy.
তোমাকে 15 লাখ টাকাই দিতে হবে। তুমি যদি দিতে না পারো তোমার বাবাকে কল দাও। তোমার যত জমি জিরাত বাড়িতে যা যা আছে এগুলো বেচা হইলেও তোমরা আমাদের টাকা পাই পাই করে শোধ করবা।
একটা ব্যাপার কি খেয়াল করছো? শহরে কিন্তু দুইটা রূপ, রাতের এক রূপ, দিনের আর এক।
বেঁধেছি ঘর হৃদয়ের পর গাঢ় সবুজ ওই গহীন বনে।
আরে ব্রো, সবসময় চিল থাকতে হবে, কিচ্ছু মাথায় নেওয়া যাবে না।
ভালোবাসা হচ্ছে একজন আরেকজনের উপর ভরসা করে, একজন আরেকজনের হাতের উপর হাত রেখে এই জীবনটা কাটিয়ে দেয়। কিছু মানুষ এই রাত জেগে থাকে আর টাকার বিনিময়ে সুখ খোঁজে।
বসুন।
এখন তো সিরিয়াস হওয়া উচিত, তাই না? আমি তো কোথাও যাচ্ছি না পার্টি করতে। তুমি কেন যাচ্ছ? কেন বন্ধ করতে পারতেছো না বলো তো? কার যে কোথায় সুখ সেটা তার প্রিয় মানুষটাও কখনো জানতে পারে।
পাশাপাশি তবু যাচ্ছি বিপরীতে, কাছাকাছি তবু যাচ্ছি বহু দূরে।
হাই, ইউ লুক গুড।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
Đấy, ý là sao nó không tự làm được ấy. Chưa trốn. Yes, yes, yes. Bây giờ tỷ đô. Mày rủ vô. Anh cầm đồ mà chỉ được cái mác. Tôi chơi bớt rồi, nhặt quả trứng này. Anh cầm đồ mà chỉ được cái wow. Yes, sir, broccoli. Đợi đây chạy không mở. Cái thua à? Mày lùa tao. Cái phòng tập tạ đông dốt chịu, phòng tập tạ đơn đông như lợn mãi vì sao không vậy người tao phải vào. Nó chỉ cái gì đấy chuyển tao để nhận được tí Rebirth mà em ơi, Rebirth nó giảm hết sức mạnh mà. Đúng cái nịt Rebirth xong còn đúng cái nịt cái gì cũng ít, xong phải Rebirth xong phải nhận sao để bù lại ấy. Sức mạnh đi. Anh áp đi, em áp một cái viết ở nhà em của anh ấy, cái 1 tiếng không có gì anh nhau ấy mà anh quay xong em vào quay luôn đấy. Qua hôm qua hôm qua ngày mùng 5 ngày 5 tháng 7 thì binh chi linh có bấm viết mùng 4 không? Có mùng 5 chắc chắn 1 tiếng mùng 5 rồi biết có không? Đó cũng bấm 1 tiếng. Đã trồ quá. Thích không? Thích. Mình thích không cho quay chung máy không? Đâu? Cái đấy giờ nó à? Mày đó mày gì? Đâu? Mày cứ vứt luôn chì vào cái trong túi, tao khắc áp lại vào sau, tao khắc sửa, tao khắc chỉnh sau. Mày cứ áp thẳng vào trong trọng túi, áp thẳng vào drive trọng túi ấy. Ở đây, áp vào đây. Tao áp vào ngoài đấy trước xong tao mới cho vào sau mà. Nhìn biết mà. Ủa ở cái tên file có ngày mà mày nhìn thấy à? Tên các file có ngày 2024-07-03 đấy, ngày đấy. Tao làm chỉ biết. Chắc thế, nhưng mà không có biết đâu khác. Không, nhưng mà hình như thế. Phải không nhỉ? Muốn tao quay không? Muốn tao quay không nhỉ? Tao mày muốn quay không nhỉ? Tại tao không thấy. Okay. Tại tao lại viết mình muốn, tao hỏi. Rồi áp rồi mà. Áp rồi không? Mình báo. 2 rồi, một cái là tí. Nhóc. Cái thằng yêu khôi tập rất luôn phận nhá. Cái anh đang tập một máy đúng không? Anh tập đủ 3 set trở lên này, 3 hoặc 4 này. Anh đang tập được 2 set rồi, xong nó tập xong một lần máy đấy xong nó đổi máy, nó bảo ê ra chỗ kia đi. Gì? Mày đổi chỗ không? Cái tập một cái một tí thôi. Xong à, đang tay đâu mà ra chạy ra tập bụng cơ, xong tao bảo nó là thấy nó đang làm quen lại với máy. Mình biết rồi, nó bảo nó nghỉ lâu rồi thế nó làm quen lại. Tỷ lận 140 à? Ok này rồi. Thực sự là cái chỗ này cho chỉ các kiểu ấy phải với nhau đét mà anh cái kết bạn. Thằng Tuấn tối nay đi date quốc tiếp về của con Chu Bảo Châu, xong nó bảo anh em ở nhà quay cho anh thì đéo vợ chúng tao chuồn tao sao con bảo là tối bận đi quốc tiếp Chu Bảo Châu cái gì mày đùa bố. Không, nhưng mà đi làm việc gì sao đúng việc chứ, việc người khác bắt mình làm chôn à? Mày thích không mình làm được không? Xong việc của mình đó xong thì gì? đã đâu lưng sắn. Anh tưởng là anh biết là anh nghĩ là bảo bọn bố ghép mặt xong có tính tiền vít đấy của bọn bố không? Có tính tiền vít đấy của bọn bố không? Bảo vẫn các bà thích đấy là bọn anh em làm gì nhỉ? Xuân bố à? Thích hộ không? Em quỷ đấy. 200 rồi. Rồi anh nhớ lại anh nhặt đồ anh quay trứng vào cho nó dễ tại kéo chơi game này. Mình chơi game này 1 tiếng lên. Rồi anh đi về xong rồi mấy chút sóc ấy. Sóc đầu ngực kéo chịu. Sóc đầu ngực không mà. Và tập xong rồi xong đi về mới lại sóc về xong rồi sóc cả cái đau không kéo chịu. Anh thấy nó vui, thấy vui gầy lắm. Nó không thắt cân được thật ý, nó gầy vãi. Tay nói nhìn như que củi ấy tệ. Cái lúc mà tập cái máy ép ngược cái tay nhìn như que củi ấy, buồn cười nó chịu được. Buồn cười mấy lúc cái tập buồn cười á. Hiểu à? Làm gì không quay được, nó quay mấy tiếng rồi. Làm gì quay mấy tiếng rồi vô. Cái gì đây? Anh rebirth rồi. Của anh là cụ đi gì. Rồi anh là vua, anh rebirth rồi, anh là vua được chưa? Tên của anh là vua. Cách làm béo cách farm cực kỳ nhanh là vào tháp infinite cho tài. Farm cực kỳ binh chi linh. Và đây là trước kéo nhau mà, nếu hiểu. Bao nhiêu? 20 phút rồi, anh quay 1 tiếng á. Đúng rồi. Cho nó anh tưởng nó béo đánh liên minh cơ. Sao đánh? Vua zero à? Vua zero. Vua ba à? Vua ba cô ba có mấy cái chết này đi mua đồ ấy. Mua đồ ấy. Mấy thằng ấy toàn mấy thằng ảo giá thôi, chứ bán sự đất thì bán như phải. Anh mua rồi mà anh quỷ chết mà. Anh quỷ chết kiểu đấy mà. Phải đổi xe gọi lên tô để xem thằng nào bán giá hợp lý nhất thì mình mua. Còn phút. Ra mình đi farm đồng chị cho nó á. Phải không? Sao bị mất? Đến hạn đóng tiền sao thằng kia nó chưa báo. Thằng anh chưa bảo, thằng anh chưa bảo đóng tiền thì anh chưa chuyển nó phải bảo cơ mà anh mới chuyển tiền. Nó nhắm vào nhóm thì bọn anh chuyển. Nhóm vẫn là nghe nhóm ở trong trước bọn anh học academy cùng nhau ấy. Còn một broccoli trong vlog à? Chuẩn quá. The basic. Giật phờ đen. Game này nhìn giống người mà, game đấy mấy thằng người còn nhớ mày còn nhìn giống người tí đỡ cuối vuông. Chẳng qua không có auto. Thằng nào ngắm nhiều ấy. Anh ra hơi buồn ngủ à? Quay được 10 tiếng ngày không? Quay được 10 tiếng ngày không bro? Mày 10 tiếng một ngày. Nổi không? Một nghỉ phát đi sáng không? Được. Đừng chửi được. Rồi, mà mấy game chơi treo này xem đá được mà mình kệ đi. Nó bảo là phải dùng cái con chuột này để di màn hình, góc màn hình liên tục cái anh đéo. Anh bảo là em nghĩ là có cái đéo gì vợ ấy trôn mũ à, thỉnh thoảng thôi chứ. Được mà. Có cái Có cái gì đâu mà. Có cái auto click mà gì không nhỉ? Thực ra, ê không cần đâu, Nam à, mày biết cái phím di chuyển được không? Mấy phím di chuyển ấy, mũi tên ấy, đấy mấy phím đấy cũng xoay màn hình được mà. Mấy phím đấy xoay màn hình được mà Nam. Đó, mấy phím đấy xoay màn hình được mà.